Good morning, students. Students, today we will see one more disease of the eye, that is hypermetropia, or it is also called as far-sightedness. Okay? Now see the meaning of far-sightedness. As I have taught you in near-sightedness that my near vision is 100% okay. In the same way, if I have my far vision 100% okay, then that is called as far-sightedness or hypermetropia. Okay? Now see how it happens, children. Again, I am going to draw the eye. Suppose this is the structure of the eye. Okay? Now, this will be your cornea. Okay? It is little bit downside. Let me make it straight. This is our cornea. Okay. Now here we can see the ciliary muscles, suspensory ligament, and then we can see the lens. Okay. Now, what is the term? The term is far-sightedness. That is, my far vision is okay. Now suppose if this is something which is kept at the infinity. Clear? If this is kept at infinity. Now children, we know very well that if the rays of light are coming from the far, then while reaching to the eye, they will become parallel. Okay? So, the rays of light, many rays, but we are taking only two. So, if the rays of light are coming from the object, then while reaching to the cornea, they will become parallel. And from here, they will get converged, little bit of convergence because cornea is the bulging structure. When it will reaches to the convex lens, convex is a converging lens, the ray of light will converge and it will form on the retina. Because here when the light has reached here, a little convergence is required. And because of that, the ray of light will converge and it will fall on the retina. And if it will fall, we'll be able to see the image. This is the concept for the far vision. When my far vision is okay. Now children, see. When we want to see the near objects. Okay. Now, the object is kept somewhere here. As I told you, 25 centimeter power of accommodation. Now, the object is kept over here. And see, if the rays of light are coming from here, then still they are in their diverged form. Okay. They are in their diverged form. So, little bit of convergence. Now suppose if I draw the lens of this much size, it will very much clear to you all. Okay. Now little convergence, and after that when the light enters into the convex lens, it will pass through the convex lens. It will be converged more and it can go to this place and the image will form somewhere here. Okay, because reason children, see, the object was kept near to us and because of that, the ray of light which were already diverged, when they enter into the eye, they were little converged by the lens. And if the lens has converged them little, then the rays of light meet behind the retina. Okay. And if they are meeting somewhere behind the retina, there is no screen, no retina. And if no screen, no retina, where the image will form? No formation of the image. So this is the concept of far-sightedness. Clear? Now how it happens? Point number one. Number one is, suppose this is my eye. Once again, this is my eye. And, okay, cornea. Object is kept somewhere here. Now I'm drawing because farsightedness is okay. Object is kept somewhere here. And this is my lens. Okay. When the ray of light enters into the eye, now see children, the power of convergence has become lessened or less power of convergence. And when the power will be less, when the lens of the eye will become thin. This we have already studied in the physics laws, that lens will be thin, focal length will be increased, and power of convergence will decrease. Okay, this is the concept. So, if the lens has become thin, now see here, it's a normal physics. Now, this is your lens. This is our focal length, center of curvature. Okay, center of curvature. In case of lens, we used to write it as 2f. Now see, if the lens will become thin, now lens has become thin this much and the focal length has increased. Okay, and if the focal length has increased, the power of convergence has decreased. Now in this case also children, we can see that the power of convergence has decreased. Our lens is not able to converge the light on the right track. So image is forming somewhere behind the retina in the eyeball socket and we are not able to see the things. So how it has happened? Must be happened because our lens has become thin. And this is our lens. Understood? So this is the one reason. Lens has become thin. So it has lost or reduced power of convergence, and that's why the light is meeting somewhere here. It has less power of convergence. First thing. And second thing children, the lens remains normal, everything remains normal. Light also falls on the retina, but the retina is shifted from its original place. Okay, now I can draw one more structure and then I can show you the things. What I can do for you. Now see children, this is this. Once again cornea, once again object. This is our lens. Okay, image is coming, rays of light are coming from here. Rays of light are coming and they want to meet here after convergence. But there is no retina. Retina has shifted in. So what we can say that when the eyeball will become short. Okay, so what happens here? Earlier the eyeball was like this. But now what has happened? The eyeball has become short. Okay, and here what had happened? The lens has become short, or it's better to write on thin. Okay, so these are the two conditions by which the image will not be able to form on the retina. It will form behind the retina in the ball socket, and that's why we are not able to see. Now children, from here only you can think that what to do to increase the power of convergence. What to do? And what the doctors do? The doctors measure this distance and everything by their technology, and then they use, or they advised us to use one more convex lens in front of the eye. Okay, and if we use the convex lens in front of the eye, then the power of convergence that is going somewhere here, the rays of light will converge once, again enter into the lens, again converged, and again it will form on the retina. So we have simply increased the power of convergence by adding an artificial convex lens. Clear? So this is the correction of hypermetropia. Now children, the lens, that is convex lens, is always measured in the positive. Okay, so the positive powered lenses are used. This you know very well, that the focal length of the convex lens is positive. That's why we take this as a positive. And in case of myopia, where we were using concave lens, I told you that the focal length is of negative, because the concave lens has their focal length in the negative side, that is towards the left side. So it has been calculated as the negative. Okay, children. So this is all about the hypermetropia and farsightedness. Now, we will see some more diseases, and the diseases are astigmatism, presbyopia, cataract, night blindness, color blindness. Okay, and one more is there, that is strabismus. Now see, what is this? Number one is astigmatism. Astigmatism. Now children, in astigmatism, some part of the object is seen clearly and other parts are seen blurred. Okay, we can see some parts clearly, but other parts as blurred image. How it happens? It happens because of uneven surface of the convex lens. This again you have read in the concept of physics. Okay, where we studied about the smooth reflection or diffuse reflection. Some concept is given to you. When the surface is rough, then the reflection will not be proper. In case of reflection, in the same way, when the surface of the lens is not smooth, it will be rough, then image will not form clearly, the image will be blurred. So what has happened here? It is caused due to the uneven curvature of the cornea or the lens. Okay, so convex lens as well as uneven surface, or it is also called as curvature of the cornea. Okay, so this is the important factor for the disease called as astigmatism, where the people can see some parts clearly and other parts not clearly, that is blurred. Okay, next is presbyopia. So I am going to erase this and I am going to explain you about the next disease called as presbyopia. Okay, this is an old age problem. It is also a type of farsightedness in old people. Okay, when the old people, they are not able to see the near objects clearly, then that is called as the farsightedness. And children, it happens because of the loss of elasticity of the ciliary muscles, suspensory ligaments and the lenses. So how it happens? It just caused because of the loss of elasticity of the things that is going to hold your lens, that is ciliary muscles, okay, sometimes suspensory ligaments and the lens. So this is all about the presbyopia. Your next disease is cataract. Now cataract, children, it is a cloudy appearance over the lens. This is also very common in old people. Okay. So what happens in this case? The lens turns opaque because of the formation of cloudy appearance over their lens. The lens become opaque. What to write? What happens in this case? Lens become opaque. Okay? And now the vision may be cut down if the lens is opaque. So what will happen? This is our lens and this is our eye. Okay? Now there is a formation of cloudy appearance, and because of that the ray of light is not able to enter into the eye properly, and the vision may cut down and even the people may become blind. Okay? So this can be corrected by using some simple operations, and nowadays some laser techniques has also been developed by which this cloudy appearance can be removed, and doctors can use some artificial lenses made up of the plastic and all in front of the eye. Okay, that is plastic lenses implemented in front of the eye. So this is all about the cataract and presbyopia. Now children, we have two more, that is strabismus and glaucoma. Okay, so we will see about strabismus what happens in case of strabismus. Strabismus is an extraocular muscle become longer or shorter than the normal. The eyeball remains somewhat bent to the side in its orbit, and this is called as the strabismus. Children, you must have heard about the people who are squinted. Okay, there are people who are squinted. If they see towards us, then we feel that they are looking at the different side. Okay, and if they look to the different, we feel that they are looking at us. So these type of people are called as, in the general term, I think so in the Greek word, this from the Greek word only, the word squint has come. So the meaning of squinted is the person, those who are suffering from the disease called as the strabismus. Okay, now this, how this squint people or how this strabismus occurs. What happens? The ciliary muscles, or we can say that the muscles which are holding the eye, they are holding our eyeball. They may become of the different length. Like if this is the location of the eyeball, children, then eyeball is holding into the ball socket with the help of some muscles. Okay, these muscles, they are holding our eyeball. Where? In the socket. Okay, now these muscles may become longer or the shorter. They are not suspended properly. They become longer or the shorter. Now children, suppose if this side of muscle has become shorter, okay, then what will happen? The eyeball will tilt. It will tilt this side. This one is okay. Okay. This one is okay. But the eyeball has tilted and cornea has shifted towards this side. So now what happens? If the person will see the thing, he will adjust the eye, and then we'll feel that a person is looking somewhere or he is looking to us when he will look at the different places. So this is called as the strabismus, when the muscles which is holding our eyeball into the eye socket, they become either too long or too short. And so the position of the eyeball get disturbed from its normal position, and in that situation the person is not able to see the things clearly. Okay, this is called as the strabismus. The next one is glaucoma. And how it happens, children? When in the eyeball there is excess secretion of vitreous humor. And now just imagine, if there will be excess secretion of the vitreous humor, then what will happen to the eye? The eye has to exert a lot of pressure. because of the excess secretion of the vitreous humor. Okay, and this excess secretion will increase the pressure on the eyeball, on the retina, and the rod cells and the cone cells which is present here, they all will get damaged because of the pressure given by the excess secretion of the vitreous humor, and this can also lead to the blindness. Clear? A person may suffer from the blindness, sudden blindness. Why? Because continuously the vitreous humor is secreting, it is increasing the pressure on the eye, and because of that pressure, the cone cells and the rod cells, they destroyed, and if they destroyed once, then a person will suffer from a sudden blindness. So this is all about the various types of diseases that we can see in the eye, that is astigmatism, presbyopia, cataract, glaucoma, and strabismus, that is also called as the squint. Now children, we have two more important diseases, and these two diseases we have already studied in the genetics portion, that is color blindness and night blindness. Let me tell you the summary because we have already studied this. What happens in case of night blindness? The people are not able to see the things during the night time. Okay, why they are not able to see? Because the rod cells which is present in the eye, they are fewer in number. Okay, very less in number. Because of that, these rod cells are not concentrating during the night time and the people are unable to see. So, now what happens in case of color blindness? The cone cells are non-functioning and because of this only the people are not able to see the red and the green color. Clear? This we have already discussed. So how this can be transmitted from one generation to the other generation? These two diseases are the sex-linked disease, as I have already told you, that the X chromosomes, they contain the gene for this faulty disease. Okay, and X chromosome, it is a recessive disorder, genetic recessive disorder where the X chromosome contains the color blindness and the night blindness. Okay, and that's why this disease always transmit from a mother to the son. Okay, so this is all about color blindness and the night blindness and various types of diseases. Thank you children.